Dispatch action main theme is we can develop the multiple operations in a single action class. If you are not developing like this, if you are taking the different action classes, then different instances are going to be created and finally our application performance is going to be decrease. Okay, so that is the functionality of dispatch action and forward action. Now we will see the one more action class, that is switch action. Switch action. The functionality of the switch action is if our project having only single module, switch action is not at all required. If our project having single module, switch action is not at all required. If our project having multiple modules, at the time switch action we can use and we can get the more flexibility. Instead of developing the everything in a single module, we can divide the modules and we can developing an application. At the time application development is very easy, as well as development side burden is going to be decreasing. Development side burden is going to be decreasing, then programmer is going to be getting more flexible. If our project having multiple modules, at the time we have to go for switch action. Switch action class responsibility is to switching the control from one module to another module. Assume that in our project customer module is there, as well as employee module is there. Based on the request, now the switch action class is going to be switching the control from one module to another module. Okay, one module to another module. So now here, that is the reason we have to go for here switch action. We can configure that switch action directly inside the struts-configuration file. For example, in our project faculty module is there, admin module is there, and student module is there. Now all the modules are required for what? Action classes are required, form beans are required. We are going to developing what? Okay, faculty module. I am going to developing what? Admin module, assume that, or student module. Now student is required for form beans as well as action classes. Faculty also is required for what? Okay, action classes are required as well as form beans are required. Okay, now configuring all those things in a single XML file, we are going to getting some confuse. Student related action classes are there, form beans are there, configuring in a single configuration file. Faculty related action forms are there, configurations form beans are there, we can configure in same XML file. At that time we are going to getting confused. That is the reason here we need to developing the separately. Faculty module is different, student module is different, we can developing the different action classes. Faculty related form beans and action class. Okay, so now here student related student action classes as well as form beans we can develop individually. After that we can configuring that form beans and action classes individually. Student related configuration file as well as faculty related configuration files we can configure individually. After configuring, now based on the request, if you are making the request to faculty module, then faculty module is going to be executed. If you are making the request to student, now student module is going to be executed. How it is going to be executed? Switch action class we need to configure inside the struts-configuration file. Once we are configuring that class inside the struts-configuration file, then based on your request, now the switch action is going to be switching the control from one module to another module. Okay, but we have to configuring all those three XML files inside the inside the web.xml file. How to configure? See now here, this is what default struts config.xml. The next struts hyphen config hyphen admin dot xml. The next struts hyphen config hyphen student dot xml. Like this, 3 configuration files are there, right? Inside this struts hyphen config dot xml, we have to configure what? Switch action class. Switch action class. Switch action class. Here admin related form beans, admin related action classes we can configure inside the struts hyphen config admin dot xml. Here we can configure student related form beans as well as student related action classes we can configure, right? Admin related form beans. Now admin related action classes. The next student related form beans. Now student related action classes. You know how to configure one action class, how to configure one form bean, right? After that, all those 3 things we can configure inside the web.xml file. Web.xml file. How to configure all those things? We can configure like this. We can configure like this. So now, init param where we are taken under servlet tag, right? Init param, after configuring the action servlet, we can take init param. Now param name config, then close the param name. The next param value, this is the fixed, config is the fixed name, okay? WebINF / struts hyphen config dot xml, close the param value. The next close the init param. Close the init param. The next we need to configuring remaining 2 also. How to configure? Init param name config / admin, close the param name. The next param value config / student close the param value. The next after that close the init param. Close the init param. Like this. Sorry. What is the param value? Yes. Now here WebINF then struts hyphen config hyphen admin dot xml, close the param value. The next init param param name. There is no guarantee in our project having only single module. Multiple modules are there, right? So now param name config, what is that? Student, right? Student. Close the param name. After that param value. Now here web.inf, the next struts hyphen config hyphen student dot xml, close the param value. Then next close the init param. That's enough. This is the way to configuring the all the modules. 10 modules are there, we can take 10 configuration files, then better to provide the separation and we can getting the more flexibility. Now after that in front end page we have to use two attributes. Number one, page attribute. Number two, prefix. Number one is what? Page attribute. Number two is what? Prefix. Prefix attribute is represented as module name. Okay, and page attribute is represented as exact particular module. Prefix attribute is represented as default configuration file name value, and page attribute is represented as exact module name. Based on this page and prefix, now the switch action is going to be switching the control from one module to another module. Okay, first the request is coming here by default, config prefix. Okay, prefix, and also page attribute also is coming to the here. Page attribute is represented as a particular module. Prefix is represented as direct exact default configuration. Now here page attribute as well as prefix are both are coming to the here. Now in this configuration file we are configuring what? Switch action class. org.apache.struts.actions.switch action. Now page attribute is coming as well as prefix is coming. Prefix is suitable config. Then page attribute is going to be represented as a particular module name, student na, admin na. So now here coming to the control here, after that inside this configuration file switch action is there, that switch action class is going to be switching or jumping the control from this module to either this module or this module based on this attribute. This page attribute is going to be represented as exact module name. Then finally the control is going to be shifting from this module to this module, and it is going to be storing all the input values to inside this form bin. After that those values are going to the action class. Now the action class is going to be performed by the some operations, and finally it is written back to the once again to action servlet. Now the action servlet is going to be producing to the an output. Right, now just based on this concept we will see the one example here. Right, See now here, faculty module is there and normal module is there here. Two modules are there. This is my index.jsp. Index.jsp. Here observing HTML : link action is equal to switch question mark prefix equal to mod1 and page equal to student.jsp. Student.jsp. URL rewriting also you are passing like that only. Some URL question mark first value a is equal to 10 and b is equal to 20, right? Like that we are taken or not? In servlet level we observed or not very clearly while making the request to server side application. Now the server side application is going to be performed by the addition and subtraction. Now a value is required, b value is required and URL pattern also is required. In the same way here also I am passing what? Switch is the URL pattern. Question mark is represented as query string and prefix equal to mod1 and okay, page is equal to student.jsp. Student.jsp, right? Student.jsp. Now whenever we are click on here, now first it is going to be looking to the where struts-config first we need to open as well as web.xml we need to open. This is the struts-config. This is the struts-config. So now here struts-config. Inside this struts-config what I am configured? Switch URL pattern, right? Scope is equal to request org.apache.struts.action.switch action. Okay, switch action. So now here the control is coming to the here first. After that, based on that prefix and what? Page. Now it is going to be executing which module? Where is that? Okay, so now config mod1, right? Now here the control is going to be switching to this module first. Then next web-inf struts-config.student.xml. Now we have to search to the struts-config student.xml. This is right. This is. Now here I am configuring what? Okay, here I am configuring what? Action name is equal to student form. Okay, student form is the URL pattern, right? So not URL pattern, student is the URL pattern. Type equal to student action. This is what? Form bin. Student form bin. Student form bin. So now here, where is that page? Where is that page? Mod1 student.jsp is going to be displayed or not? It is displayed, and click the submit button. Enter the ID and okay, ID, and we can click the submit button. We can click the submit button. So now whenever you are click on the submit button, now what is happening here? Student URL pattern. It is going to be looking to the student. Now values are going to be stored into the student form, and finally it is going to be activated. Student action. Where is the student action? Student action. Student action. This is the student action. student action, right? Student action. Loading the driver class. The next after that setting. Now execute query, ps.execute query. I am selecting by passing the id. I am going to selecting. After selecting that values, where we can storing? Form bin na, we have to store that values in form bin. Student is the form bin. I am storing. After that student contains the some getters and setters. I am stored into the all the values in where st. Then finally, okay, so now here what I am going to doing, I am getting all the students information. I am setting to the st. st means student object na, student object, right? Then next after that what I did here, al dot add. Why we are adding to this al dot add to student? Once again, student is not a serializable object here, serializable object. So now al is what? Array list. Array list is the serializable object. We are transferring the data from here middleware to once again to front end. Okay, so that is the reason here I am taking what? Array list. Array list al is equal to new array list. Array list is the serializable object. Then finally I am setting that array list al dot add set. Now we can set to that al to so and so scope or not. Now how to set here? Session is equal to request dot get session. I am getting the session object here. After getting session dot set attribute res dot al, res dot al. I am setting which scope? Session scope. Now we can available to the that values to at the front end. Now we can iterate or not. How to iterate that values? How to iterating that values? By using collection framework, right? We can iterating. But here writing the Java code on presentation page is not a good approach. That is the reason Struts was provided by some predefined JSP tags. I am using that JSP tags. Here I am going to use logic tag. Logic tag. See now here logic tag I am going to use. So now array list as is equal to array list of session dot get attribute res. Res. Here I am setting what? Res, right? Here I am setting res, and here I am going to getting passing that key and getting the value. Res. Session dot get attribute of res. Key I am passing. Then finally logic tag I am using here. Instead of using that iterator, okay, Java code, I am going to return what? Logic tag. Logic colon not empty. Name is equal to res, scope is equal to session. Now we'll see here id, name, course, qualification. Now just I am using what tag it is? Expression tag na? Expression tag. I am using expression tag. Bin colon right, I am going to return on front end up to not empty. Once it is empty, then comes to the out of that logic tag, right? So this is the complete flow. So now I am going to run this example. First what is required here? id, name, course, qualification. id, name and qualification na? So what is the table here? Students. We have to create the table. id, name, course, qualification. So now here we can drop we can drop this table, then only it is possible students. So we can drop this table. So which is the primary key here? Foreign key is students. We are using where? Hibernate we are using somewhere else so drop table no students underscore courses right? Foreign table, many to many relationship we observed, right? Now it is dropped, right? Then create table name is what? Students. Under that first id, number type, sorry, here varchar 2 only, varchar 2 of 4. The next, your choice, right? But our application was designed like that. The next name, varchar 2 of 10. The next course, varchar 2 of 10. The next qualification, varchar 2 of 10. That's enough, right? Now insert into students. Now here I am taken first 1 2 3 4. The next name Durga. The next course computer. The next, what we have to take? MCA. Insert into students values values. That's enough, right? Commit. After that we can take this entire project and we can paste here. The next, start the server. The next, open the browser. Now http :localhost tomcat manager admin, then next here switch action, click here. So now link, okay, now here 123.4 search, we are getting like this, right? So like this we can getting the we can getting the data, right? So this is the okay switch action. If you are taking the faculty, now the faculty module is going to be executed. We have to create the separately that faculty table and we can communicating to faculty, right? This is the switch action. Now finally we will see the here one more application, tiles related application. Tiles means okay one region, okay, tiles framework. So if we want to integrating that tiles framework, now we need to use one predefined class called that is tiles plugin. Tiles plugin. We need to use some predefined class called that is tiles plugin. And how we are developing in validations.xml, in the same way here we need to develop tiles, okay, tiles-defs.xml. we need to develop one XML file. Inside that we can configure some common things, okay, some common things we need to configure inside that tiles-defs.xml, right? So now what is the main usage of this tiles framework? The main usage of this tiles framework is, instead of in olden days how they are implemented, in olden days for example a.jsp is there, b.jsp is there, c.jsp is there, a.jsp, b.jsp, c.jsp is there. Whenever we are modifying one page, okay, whenever you are modifying one page end user, must and should we need to modifying the all the pages. The effect is not done manually. So we have to do the manually each and every okay page modification. Whereas whenever we are in the tiles framework, then automatically the effect is done all the pages whenever you are modifying the one page. If we want to done like that, we have to develop here one layout page. Layout page we can develop. That layout we can modifying whenever we are modifying layout page. This is also one JSP page only. Whenever we are modifying that layout page, now a.jsp, the next b.jsp, the next c.jsp, okay, and so on. How many pages are there? All the pages are going to be affected, okay, all the pages are affected. These common things we can configure inside the tiles-defs.xml. defs.xml we can configure these common things. Now wherever you want we can modifying this tiles-defs.xml, then automatically this effect is done every page, okay. So now here if you want to insert this tiles, if you want to insert these tiles in our application, we can use here one HTML tag called that is tiles.insert. we can use this tag, we can use this tag tiles:insert, HTML form, okay. So login dot not empty, like that we are using or not. In the same way we can use what? tiles:insert. This is available to the where? @taglib URI is equal to http://struts.apache.org/tiles Okay, so now here what is this here, tiles dot no html colon what we are taken previously, struts dot apache dot org dot, previously we are taken what, yes, here also tags hyphen what, tiles, we can take, that's enough. Prefix is equal to tile, we can take like this, that's enough. Now wherever you want we can use that tile and colon insert, tile colon insert. Okay, then this layout we can pass, okay, then automatically all the pages are going to be affected, right? So now based on this we will see one example. Some predefined tags are there in tiles defs.xml, we can use that predefined tags, we have to remembering all those things. This is the predefined only, it is once you are practicing then only you will get. So this is my XML application. Index.jsp, whenever you are click on here, response.send redirect, automatically my tiles.do is going to be executed. Where is that my tiles? Here, just observing. This is tiles, right? Tiles definitions, definition put method is used for to putting the data. Okay, so now header and footer is there. Okay, so header, footer and bottom we can arranging the pages. If you want arranging like that, now we can take here put tag. So now here I am arranging to the put header, value is equal to pages base header.jsp. In this location that value is there, this is the common page. The next left content, right? Then main content means middle. The next after that close the definition. Like this we can define, these are all common pages. Each and every time the total page is not going to the from server side to browser side to server side. Only whatever required, that page only is going to be server side to browser side to server side. Now the entire common things are same as it is there. If you want if you want to put like that, now the total page is not going to transfer from server side to browser side, we have to go for tiles framework. So that's the reason here I am defining what, some common pages, where I am defining inside the tiles-defs.xml. So now here, okay, header, the next main content, then footer and base footer I am defining, then definition success, the next main content is going to be displayed if it is success. This is the common for the every response. Okay, every response. The next, if it is failure, this is what, failure.jsp is going to be displayed. Every response you can take any number of pages, this is going to be common. The next insert title, then insert.jsp, delete.jsp, the next update.jsp. This is the common pages, right? Common pages. So now here Struts configuration. Whenever we are making the request, first here, what is the request here? Index mytiles.do. So web.xml action. Then next after that here Struts data form. What is that term? Here action is equal to my tiles. This is going to be matching. Where is that? This is my tiles, na? My tiles dot do. Under that, here it is going to be matching my tiles. Then forward my tiles. Forward my tiles. Forward my tiles means where is the my tiles actually? My tiles is available to the tiles-defs.xml. Forward my tiles, this is the name annattu. This total information is going to be forwarding by using definitions tag. I am going to configure this total definition is going to be forwarding. This total definition is going to be forwarding. It is going to be displayed by the entire page and the middle content. This is the common page annattu. After that what we have to do, we are going to performing to the left navigation page. Under that left navigation page, what I am putting here, under left navigation page, insert. So left navigation page. So now here action path equal to insert, right? Left navigation page, this is going to be displayed, right? So forward equal to insert tiles. Now this insert tiles, where is that insert tiles? Copy, Control F, insert tiles, find, right? So now insert files, where is that insert files? Forward is equal to insert tiles. So insert tiles, this is insert tiles annat. Insert tiles, okay, insert tiles. Now extends my tiles, put equal to main content.jsp. now insert.jsp. Once we are click on insert.jsp, where is that insert.jsp in this pages? Insert.jsp. Here I am click on action insert data, right? Now insert data, where it is the insert data? In struts-configuration. So insert data, right? Then name equal to data form, insert action. Is going to be executed. Now where is the insert action? These are all like, it look like a mini project, okay? We can analyze. So now insert action. This is insert action. So now here I am going to getting the database connection, right? See now here db database, I am going to creating an object of that database. Inside this database bin, what is there? Inside that database bin, what is there? This is the database bin. Connection is there. This is going to be written as what? Connection. Right? So now that connection I am going to utilizing here, where inside this insert action. After that set connection. Then next after that here dyna action form, typecasting and getting all the values. Then next after that here what I returned here. So now here just I am going to return some, I am going to calling to the some business methods, insert data. This is the big logics, that is the reason we are calling just here insert data. Now that business logic where we can implementing. So now insert data, under that db is there na. here. Here I am going to return, taking the connection, and I am going to insert data. Insert, okay, data, IID, name, and address. Then finally, this data is going to be inserted into where? In Struts employee, right? Struts employee. This is table name. The next, these many columns are required. We have to create one table and we can inserting the data. Once it is successfully inserted, now this is going to be written what? Some success message to actions are let. Delete, to update, everything I am written here, right? So the next here we have to create the table. What is that table here? EID, name, and address, right? So now create table. Table name is employee. Under that, what is that? EID na? EID number, so 4. The next, ename. Now here varchar 2 of 10. The next, address varchar 2 of 10 over. Now we can copy this application and we can paste here. Now start the server. Now open the browser. http://localhost Tomcat manager admin tiles. This is my application. Okay, this is my application. So now here, this is our one tile or not. This is one tile. How it is going to be displaying entire thing? Because of that tiles put is there na, tiles-definition.xml. So because of that configuration, that is the reason it is going to be displayed. So now I am click on here insert. Okay, insert. Now I entered here some name. Now this entire page doesn't goes to the server side. Only for middle page is going to be going. Now the remaining header part, footer part, okay, left content, right content, everything is there. Okay, so now I entered here ID 1001, employee name Durga, the next address Hyderabad, submit. So insert operation is successfully completed. Only for this page is going to be going and it is coming. At that time we can improve the application performance. Okay, this is one tile, this is one tile, this is another tile, right? Tile is nothing but a, okay, one small region. This is one tile, this is one tile on it. Okay, small portion of the area is nothing but a tile. Now we'll see here. is inserted, right? So like this we can perform to the any type of operations, insert to, update to, okay? So whatever operations you want we can perform, right? So like this we can perform to the any type of operations. This is the our tiles framework. The next in tomorrow we will see the next concept.